Hey everybody, what we're going to do today is just do a little small demo of what I have working with speech recognition and the Kinect and Unity. So what we have here is my Unity scene. We have two characters. Um, this fella here on the left is Steve, and this fellow on the right here is Bob. You can see I have our two game objects named here, Steve and Bob, and we're going to talk to them, potentially. So I'm going to push play. We're going to see if we can get these fellas to do something. So I have just some small commands here and some reactions by them. I'm going to say, smile, Steve. And you can see there that Steve smiled. Wonderful. And I'm going to say, smile, Bob. Smile, Bob. Second try. Bob's a little stubborn this morning. So that proves that we can interact with individuals just by saying their name and a command. But as I mentioned in the post, I want to be able to do that in reverse as well. So I want to be able to say, smile, Steve. Wow, he's already smiling. But I also want to be able to say, frown, Steve. Frown, Steve. Or Steve, smile. Or frown, Steve. Steve, smile. Steve, frown. Okay, so that proves that I can say either their name first or the action first, and both work. Also, I want to be able to address the whole class as a whole, so let's try that. Bob, frown. So they're both frowning now. Let's see if we can get the whole class to smile at once. Class, smile. All right, so that worked. So the other thing I mentioned in the article was about a one-off statement, which can go through a series of choices to describe different ways of saying something. So I've programmed in that class is the same thing as everyone. So let's see if we can say everyone to do something. Everyone frown. Everyone smile. Smile, everyone. You're already smiling. Frown, everyone. Okay, so that also proves the reverse works. So that's good. Good progress here on the speech recognition. This is the XML file that I programmed. Basically, you see up here at the top, everything comes off this root rule. And what it's doing here is it's checking a one-of list. It's checking for an action here first, which is smile. If I say smile, what it's doing is now going to this talk to rule, which is down here, which now goes through another one-of list and checks for who I'm talking to. If none of the actions return true, which in this small example is just smile and frown, then it starts to check for names. So checks Bob. If Bob returns true, then it checks the actions rule, which is down below here, which is another one-of list, which checks for the actions. So basically, if both things check true, we'll get an action and a name, or a name and an action. If it's just an action without a name, in my Unity programming, I have some checks that it'll throw it back to the last person you talk to. So basically, we're storing the last person's name, or if the last person you were referring to was the class, so that you don't have to keep saying Bob smile, Bob frown. You could say Bob smile, frown, smile. Let's just prove that works. Bob, smile, frown, smile, frown. So you can see there, even though I didn't say Bob again, since he was the last person I was talking to, he's still responding. So that's pretty much it. Hope you read the post. Stay tuned for more updates.